Welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies, and this is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. It's Strategy Sunday today because the back screen is purple. So thank you for being here. I'm going to be talking about some of the place that you can go to if you want to have some help with your business plan in terms of overall help and mentoring. And it's not me. So keep listening because it's free mentoring over in the U.S. anyway, for those of you who live in the U.S. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jane Gardner. I live with my husband and we work together in a, we don't have, oh, here we are. Oh, there's the bio. There it is. I work in Western Canada in our home business engineering firm for the last 20 years. So I thought I'd come out onto the internet about 3 years ago and help others start their own home business and get the freedom of being able to make the money they deserve. So let's get started with, let's see, what should we show you first? The overview of what Strategy Sunday is about. On Strategy Sunday, it started about 3 months ago. We had a look at your vision for you and your business because you're going to be doing a lifestyle business. You're going to be looking at your goals for the first year, third year, fifth year. Right now, we're looking at you and your business plan. We've had a look at that for about a couple of months here. So after that, we'll be looking at the business trends in 2016 and how that will change your business and may affect your strategy in the coming years. So the point to all of this Strategy Sunday is to always be flexible in your plans. Have a business plan set up that you can work with and change as you go along, depending on what happens with your business and what happens into the internet, etc. But anyway, we'll be talking about it in a few minutes. But yes, that's me. Hello. And on Solopreneur Success Strategies, I've been doing this since June. Well, we don't want to, June, you don't know when it is now, so it doesn't matter, but about 4 months. And we have looked at mindset on Mindset Monday. We've looked at Get Your Message Out Tuesday, which is all about you and your brand and your messaging and your website. And right now we're talking about Facebook, and we'll be looking at some of the other social media sites and how different they are. And then Wednesday is all about your customer on World Domination Wednesday, because once you know who your ideal customer is, you can make them your raving fan by serving them and giving them the best service that they could have in terms of and that they will buy from you again and again. And Thursday, it's all about how you're a solopreneur and you have to know a little bit about a lot of things. I'll be looking at some of the skills that you need to have in order to be a solopreneur so that you don't have to always be outsourcing your web design or outsourcing your access to your website. Anyway, Friday is all about the free software and tools that you can use in your business in order to save you time and money. Saturday is System Saturday, where we've been talking about the systems you can put in your business so that frees up your time to grow your business. And as I mentioned, Sunday's strategy. So we have a full week of 7 days of trainings, and you can find all the previous shows on my YouTube channel at jgtips.com/YouTube. And I should probably have a slide showing you that, but try and go search for me on jgtips.com/YouTube. And you look at some of the previous episodes that we had a look at. But today we're going to be having a look at the slides on, no, we're not. Hold on. I've got to get this out of the way. We'll be looking at that in a minute. So today is all about strategy, because your business is like a stream. It can trickle, it can flow, it can change direction, it can surge, and it can even get blocked, but it can never go back in time. So you should always be moving forward in your business and not being blocked. And we've already had a look at the overview of what we're going to be looking at on Strategy Sunday, so we'll skip that. And we've had a look previously on Strategy Sunday about your goals and vision for your business, because it should be a lifestyle business that you and want to enjoy your life rather than being a business that takes over your life. And one of the ways that you can do that is we had a look at the diverse business model and how you can add different revenue streams into your business, such that you're not always dependent on one revenue stream, and you can get a quite healthy revenue, of course, and grow your income as well. But you can also not be dependent on the frailty of the economy by making sure that you have enough ways for you to make revenue in your business. And certainly, if you have a look at that episode, I talk about our engineering business and how we managed to survive the years of 2008. Even though we are in Canada, it affects anything that happens in the US. So we had a look at that. We had a look at some business models and what the pros and cons of that are. And also, we've been looking at a business plan. So, what kind of business model do you envision for your business that will match you and your goals for your business and your life, including what you want to do with your family, whether it's traveling or only working 10 hours a day on your business? You have to figure that out in terms of what your goals are to make a lifestyle business. So before you can decide on your business model, you have to decide on what you want your lifestyle business to be in terms of your goals and vision for your business. So of course, and your life, of course. And so the business model will have to work with your lifestyle rather than you having to try and make your lifestyle fit the business model. And so that's a very important statement. I hope you think about that one, because you don't want to be working 80 hours a week and not getting the return of the time that you're spending doing the business. So there's always things that you have to think about in terms of what is your vision for your business. And that's what a business plan is all about. It helps you create the vision for your business. And certainly we had a look at why you needed a business plan, and it can be used yearly to map out your goals and your action plan and your financials for the year. It can also, of course, be used for getting financing, whether it's from your family or friends, or to get it from the bank. Certainly, there's lots of places to go for grants. And it also, the business plan helps you to get your business organized and to see where you're going. And of course, change your direction if you find there's something that's happened that you didn't expect in your business. So we had a look at maybe what some of the key components of a business plan are that you can start right now to create. You can put in your business model description, what your unique value is in terms of how you are different from your competitors. What is your goals for your business, whether they're short-term goals and long-term goals? What kind of marketing plan are you going to put into your business? And we had a look certainly a fairly detailed idea on what the marketing plan could be and how to test it and make sure you don't go in the wrong direction, as well as what the action plan should be for your business and your financial forecast and budget. You should put that into your business plan so that if you can find out whether or not you're making the finances that you would wish in terms of your budget that you put into your business plan, or you need to make some changes. So let's just get back to me for a second while I change my slides. So we've had quite an extensive look at a business plan and how you can create it. And certainly I have an offer on how to create your own business plan. It's called Plan Your Business at http://jgtips.com/plan. And we would have a look at what is a business plan and why do you need one, and how to pick your online business model if you haven't picked one yet, and how to do research before you start even think about doing a business on who your customer might be and whether there's a market out there for your business. And defining your unique selling proposition is basically what is going to make you have a unique value from your competitors in the business, as well as, of course, doing a elevator speech if you wish, as well as how to create the short and long-term business goals for your business, and what kind of income do you want to make in 6 months to a year to 5 years, and how to develop your sales and marketing plan for your online business or your business, whether it's online or offline. Certainly, being in home business, I can certainly work with those of you who are offline. and determining the obstacles to face and resources you need to meet your business goals, and how to implement and how to measure if your business plan is going to make you be profitable, and also the essentials you need for estimating your future revenue. We did go over the future revenue, if you don't know that, in a couple of episodes on the Solopreneur Success Strategies YouTube. You can have a look at that at jgtips.com/YouTube. But that's my offer, is jgtips.com/plan, and maybe one day I'll do a webinar on it so they can see how we work interactively. But for now, let's go and have a look at one of the places that you can go to get some mentoring help for your business. And that's in the States anyway, but there's certainly enough resources there that you can go and look at it if you are not in the States. And I actually have got, interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking at my, so this is what is called a SCORE, SCORE, .org, O-R-G. For those of you who aren't in the States, you can certainly go to their website and go and have a look at their resources. I'm going to be showing the business plan for a startup business that they have there as a template. And but for those in the States, they can actually contact score.org. And once you've created a business plan, you can get some advice from one of the mentors there who volunteer their time to give advice to people to help them start their business. If you don't know that, that's pretty exciting. And of course, there's workshops there, and they have a library of lots of other information about getting funding, especially for your business, etc. And so let's just say that score.org is a place to go if in the U.S. And for those of us as well who aren't in the U.S., I, of course, have downloaded their, business plans to have a look at for you. So let's just quickly look at the business plan that they have for a startup business. And let's just go and get it in front here. And it's one of the templates that you can get and download from score.org. And they have lots of volunteers that will help you later if you do create a narrative. This is more for businesses who want to get funding from the bank or from the government. There are grants, especially for women or others. You can have a look at score.org to find out what there is there. But they're basically saying that you need to have a narrative and some financial worksheets in order to make a business plan. And in this one, they have questions that you can answer. It's fairly generic, and it may take several weeks, but you can certainly go ahead. And so don't mind me while I scroll, but we're going to have a look at. Obviously, you put a title page in the table of contents, and you'll have an executive summary, which basically means you, your general company description, your products and services, your marketing plan, your operational plan, which we haven't spoken about, actually, I don't think, management and organization, your personal financial statement, so that they can find out if you have enough money that they, in order to support yourself, if they give you a loan, your startup expenses and capitalization, your financial plan, and of course, you always have appendices, whether you put all your works, including your financial plan. So let's go and have a look briefly. As you can see, they give you suggestions on what the executive summary should be. It basically explains also the fundamentals of the proposed business and who are the owners and what you think the future is for your business. General company description, I think you can probably figure that out. You describe your industry, your strengths and your competencies, what kind of legal form of ownership you want to do, your mission statement, etc., those kind of things. And then you have to describe in depth your product or service, whether it's you need technical specifications and drawings and photos and sales brochure. You can put those into the appendices. What's your competitive advantage or disadvantage? Examples including your level of quality, or what is the pricing fee or leasing structure for your property or products or service. And in your marketing plan, you talk about your market research and why you did it, because they want to know that you're able to do research and find out whether or not you've actually looked at your intended market to see how you can actually be unique and be in the business. So they basically are using it to make sure you're okay and you have done your research. And they certainly go into looking at some of the industry profiles and trade journals, and you gather your own data, and it's specific in terms of statistics, numbers, and sources, and then the facts about your industry and what's the percentage what percent share of the market will you have. This is what barriers there are, how could it affect your company, what could affect especially, and then list all the features and benefits of your products. Scroll through and and of course the more important one, which we haven't discussed because I did that in on World Domination Wednesday, is identifying your targeted customer, their characteristics and their geographic location, their demographics. It's basically depending on what type of product or service you're selling, of course, but you can identify each group that you might be marketing to for that. And your competition, what do they have? There's a competitive analysis where you talk about your strengths and weaknesses and your competitor A and B and how important they are. So you analyze all this in terms of your reliability, your quality, your selection, your service. What are there else is unique about you? Now, and then you have a look at what is your niche, your strategy for marketing. So what is the promotion that you're going to do to get your word out to the customers? And what's your budget for that? And what's your pricing for your products or services? And how does it compare to those of your competitor? Your proposed location, if you need to not tell them that. Distribution channels, sales forecasts. So this is a sales forecast. Usually it's a spreadsheet that they expect to prepare a month-by-month projection. And it's based on your historical sales or the strategy that you're going to be using and the industry data if available. So you can have a best guess, which is what you really expect, and a worst case, low estimate that you're confident you can reach no matter what happens. So that shows that you are aware of what is happening. And certainly they'll do their own research in terms of your market and see what they can find before they give you any funding. And then the operational plan would just explain the daily operation of the business, its location, equipment, people, processes, and surrounding environment. And if it's not an online business or not, it's probably not relevant. But of course, you're looking at your costs and your personnel and the inventory and supplies and your credit policies, how you manage your accounts receivable and your accounts payable. If you don't know what those is, you need to do a little bit of research and get a book on finances. And then they want to look at your management and organization. If you have more than one owner, etc., and what kind of support you'll get from professionals, and your personal financial statements for each owner, which includes your assets and liabilities. And of course, owners usually have to draw on the personal assets to finance the business. And your startup expenses, you probably already have an idea on that. And explain how you've researched it and arrived at your forecast of expenses. And then the financial plan should consist of a 12-month profit and loss projection, a 4-year profit and loss projection, and a cash flow projection, and a balance sheet and a break-even calculation. If you don't know what these are, you probably should be talking to a bookkeeper to find out what those are. But that's the kind of things that you need to put into a business plan that's going to be used for any business that isn't a startup online business, where the if it's one that needs to know about your needs a lot of funding before you can get it started. So you need an opening day balance sheet, which shows you what the liabilities will be, as well as what is remaining. Break-even analysis. Make sure they want to know that you've done your research. So as you can see, that's quite complex, more than what we've talked about in our own discussion. And this, of course, is a business plan that is more for getting funding from, say, the government, from government grants, or from the banks. Certainly, this is not one, well, you could probably use it in order to get funding from friends or venture capitalists. You probably need it for that as well, so that they're confident to know that the money that they lend you will probably come back in terms of over a year or 4 years, that kind of thing. So in terms of that sort of more of a funding type of business plan, the one that we've gone over for the last couple of months is one for you to actually work with, to know that what you need to do in terms of your business, and also use it every year to forecast what you think will be your revenue, of course, and your expenses for the year, and figuring out, obviously, most of the time people like to grow their businesses. They don't like to keep it at an even keel. So you have to look at your business plan to see what kind of things you need to put in there in order to add some more revenue in terms of growing your business. So one of those, of course, is what I talked about on System Saturday, would be to put some systems into your business so that you can reduce your expenses. It's all about increasing revenue and reducing expenses when it comes to making more income. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's about all I can do for a business plan. You've seen what a more complex one is, and you can certainly go to score.org to have a look at their resources. And if you're in the US, they're quite happy to help you with your business plan, and you can get a mentor there. So I do have an offer, as I mentioned, on planning your business, and you can. We want to set up a business plan that is interactive, and you can use every year in order to change your direction, or reduce your expenses, or see how your business is going. Once you set it up, your business plan that's for your personal use, you can adapt it anytime in terms of your revenue and your expenses. So my offer for that is at jgtips.com/plan. So there you go. I am going to show me at some point. Here we are. And that's Strategy Sunday. I just wanted to get that finished and show you a more complex business plan. As you can see, there isn't too much there. Well, the most of it, the financial, is probably more than you would need if you're just going to be working on it yourself and you need to get the funding, etc. You probably would want to get a bookkeeper involved as well as an accountant to help you do the projections on the break-even analysis, etc. And if you don't know what that is, then it's maybe time to go get a book on bookkeeping in order that you can talk reasonably to your accountant. So let's see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week. I am pretty excited about mobile marketing, and so I'm going to have to go do some research on that in order to do a presentation. If you don't have a mobile-ready website, then we can start there and have a look at what a mobile-ready website is and why mobile marketing is so important for your business in terms of strategy. And I'll maybe go have a look and see what else people are saying about what the future of the web as we go into 2017. So there's a hint as to what year we've been working with. It's 2016. And if you want to check into my previous shows, I do have the Solopreneur Success Strategy shows on my YouTube channel at jgtips.com/YouTube. At some point, I'll create channel playlists for the various shows, but at the moment I haven't, so you have to just go back to each Sunday, and you can go back in time and find out what it is as a business plan and how to get one done, or even more back in time and look at my first show on goals and visions and how to start there, because that would be a good place to start if you're new and you want to start a business online. It can be a good thing to do, but you need to have some focus. So you need to look at what your goals are for your first, third, and fifth year goals. And obviously what your vision is for your lifestyle business. This is where I should put up a motto. But anyway, this is not the day for mottos. In fact, I don't even have my subscribe, comment, and like my show. So there we go. I'll see you next week, probably with mobile marketing. Bye.